What's up, YouTube? Happy Wednesday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And we're going to talk about the news today, guys. I'm going to give you my predictions to use in-game for the conference championships, as well as talk about draft strategy. Since it seems that it has shifted to drafting every time for these tournaments, I want to give you guys tips on how to draft to help dominate your opponents. But first off, guys, let's take a look at the news because there's something important here. So this is going to be the last chance for Team of the Week. The final player drop is going to be on January 23rd. That is 1 week from today. So if you don't like the cards that are in there now, you got one more week. We're going to get some new Team of the Week players next week, and then you basically have 1 week to turn those badges in. If you do not spend your badges, they are going to automatically exchange for Blitz tokens, which are capped at 20,000. So honestly, I think when you look at the exchange rate, guys, make sure to spend them because it's probably better to just get those guys, even if you just sell them or exchange them for training points. Probably going to be more valuable than Blitz tokens. We then just have the update on the Packapalooza, the playoff legend. And I got to stop for a minute and say, you know, this is one of my favorite players in history. You know, he was on the Bucs Super Bowl team. Huge fan of Rondé Barber. Dude's an absolute animal. Great looking card. So I am going to be grinding this event with all of my Blitz tokens. Fingers crossed that I get lucky, but I don't think I will. And then finally, we've got, you know, new predictions here, which we're going to get into. And then the update on the Quad Hub, which with it refreshing every day, I'm going to start calling it the Quad Hub. Because since you can do all of them every day, it is a little bit better now than kind of the once a week thing. So I'm not going to call it the Crap Hub anymore. So as far as what to do in the grind guide, guys, League versus League, League Survival, donate your 100 crowns. If you can stomach the 3,000 points of overdrive every 4 hours, go for it. I can't, especially with the Blitz tournaments making me play more overdrive. Like, I just don't want to play regular overdrive. I guess for those of you that are, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we are in like a new season. And on the new season, if we look at the rewards, there is a new reward player. All right, you know what, boy, it's only 4 days left. Boy, I completely forgot to announce this one since it's like already like a week and a half into it. But we'll get a new one in 4 days that I will not be going for. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead. Let's talk some football. We'll go over the picks first, and then we will talk draft strategy. I'll do my draft, and we'll talk through the draft strategy. So when we go here to the events, guys, we've only got 2 games. We've got the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. So with that, you know, we've got the Rams and the Saints playing, as well as the Patriots and the Chiefs playing. So what we basically have to do, you get your 4 tokens here. I'm going to pick all 4, which is actually going to let me claim my 1,000-point playoff player here, right here in the video. But basically, you have to pick the winner and then something specific to yardage. So I believe it's yardage or attempts. So first off, if we look at the Rams versus the Saints, easiest pick here, guys, is to pick the winner, in theory. In theory, you know, nothing's really easy because they're all great teams. Who shows up is a big factor. But basically, you can either choose the Saints or you can choose the Rams to advance. And for me, I am going to give this one to the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win. It's just a gut feeling. So sometimes, you know, sometimes there's more to it than that. I mean, I think the Rams are a great team. But, you know, I'm going with it. You guys are going to see it here, claiming it if the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. And I think the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl. I think Drew Brees is great, but I think that the defensive line of the Rams is probably going to be the difference maker. You know, Drew Brees is a great quarterback, but if you hit him a lot, it's kind of like Brady. That's the secret to beating him. Hit him a lot. Just hit him a lot, and I feel like the Rams defensive front can do that. The other one that we have to pick here is basically going to be whether Alvin Kamara and Melvin Ingram are going to beat Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson in yards. So this one, guys, I think I am going to also go with the Rams on this one. I think that it's going to be a situation. I think it's going to be a moderately scoring game. I think both teams are probably going to score in the 20s. I could see something like a 21-28, 21-24, somewhere in there. But I think with the Rams winning, since it's coming down to yards, not attempts, I think it's going to be a situation where I think one team is going to go out, and I think that the Rams are going to struggle early, and then the Rams are going to do well early, and then Drew Brees is going to be Drew Brees. I think he's going to come back, put them in it, but I think it's going to be not enough, and I think that in the fourth quarter, they're going to be handing off the ball a lot. So for this one, guys, I am going with Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson to get more yards than Kamara and Ingram. So there we go. Now moving on to the other game, we have Kansas City versus, and it's going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, and this is completions. So earlier, these two teams played earlier, and, I picked the Patriots to win last week, but I didn't pick them to win rushing yards. And guys, feel free to break away from me if you want on this. But this is just a pick because every single time I bet against the Patriots, I regret it. So for this reason and this reason alone, we are going with the Patriots advancing to the Super Bowl. I think that, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and the way that team rallies, it's just a different team in the playoffs, and I'm not betting against them there. However, Mike, this is going to kill you. I do think that Patrick Mahomes is man, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to beat him in yards. It's the completions question that I've been debating throughout the day as I've been planning for this video. I think Mahomes is going to throw for more yards, but Brady does a lot of check down throws, like little throws out into the flat, little curl routes. And you know what? I can't bet against the Patriots. I can't do it. So you know what? Tom Brady, there it is, doubling down on the Patriots. Feel free to break away from me on it. I just, even going back to last year, when I do these predictions in Madden Mobile, the Patriots always come back to bite me. Not this time. Not this time. So let's go in here, guys. I did officially make all 4 different predictions, so I'm going to claim my 100 playoff tokens. I am now over 1,000. So let's go ahead and grab the player that I was going for, which is Quenton Nelson from Indianapolis. Going to go ahead and get him right there on video. Quenton Nelson, get myself a 95 overall, Diamond 2 offensive guard for the squad. We will go ahead and put him on there, and then let's talk about draft strategy, how we approach it. I will go through one of my drafts. I'll show you just kind of some smaller things that I think are relevant and helpful. So Quenton Nelson goes in there, boosting up the team a little bit. And let's go ahead and hop into the draft. I think I said it yesterday that I like the fact that they are doing it in draft format. And let's go ahead and go with it. So we are going to start the game. And we are going to, it's West Coast, so I am going to use Larry Fitzgerald. Going to use my best one here. And I'm going to use Kyle Shanahan to get those points bonuses. And look at this. As I say that, it's not a draft. Of course it's not a draft. So, since it's not a draft, we don't have that to talk about. Go figure. That's EA for you. I thought they did something good. We never had a draft on Monday. We get a draft on Monday. I'm like, oh, good. They made it so that they're all going to be drafts. And surely enough, they're not. So, as far as this goes, guys, I guess it's going to slow down, end up the video a little bit early, since we haven't yet matched, so I don't have LVL to do for you guys, and want to go ahead and get the video done. So, guys, on that front, I want to know, what are you guys picking? How did you guys do in these past? And what are you looking forward to? This is kind of entering, like, almost the dead zone of the season. I feel like there's a lull in the game right now. Because, next up, we know we're probably going to get stuff for Super Bowl, Team of the Year, and then we go into the offseason. Once football season ends, I know a lot of people probably stop playing. But let me know, what are you guys excited for as far as what we've seen in prior seasons go through the end of this season? I mean, I know everybody's waiting for the next version of Madden Mobile, and hopefully Overdrive mode is scrapped. Hopefully we keep this new engine, because I do like the new engine, without a doubt. Sorry, I need some coffee. You know, I hope they keep the new engine. I hope they bring back something a little bit more traditional that we're used to. And I hope they revive the game, because I know too many good players who have quit. This has been a year of struggle, I think. So I want to know, for you guys who are left, what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year? What do you think could help this game? Is there anything that EA can do, you know, to try and save this year's version of the game? Or is it too late? What are some things you would like to see for future years of Madden Mobile? Because pretty soon I do want to go ahead and put together kind of a wish list video of stuff that I think that they need. So I want to really poll the community and see what you guys want to see, so that when I make this video, and hopefully it can get over to EA, you know, hopefully we can take these suggestions in through Game Changers, because I would think, you know, they're probably starting to work on next year's version now, I would think. You know, you usually have a pretty long development cycle in these kind of things, so I would think that maybe at least one person's probably at least brainstorming for what they should do next year. If they're not, I've got serious concerns, because they should be. But yeah, let me know what it is, and I'm going to go ahead and put it together, try to amplify your voice. I may not be a game changer, but I will still be very vocal about it, and reach out to game changers and pass those things along, because I do still, you know a bunch of game changers that I talk to. So I'm going to end the video right there, guys. We don't have the draft to do, can't do league versus league. So yeah, gonna stop it right there. If you like the video, I know it's a quick one, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, guys, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. What you can count on is strategy content, playoff predictions, promo breakdowns, whatever I can think of that's going to help you out in this game. And if you want to see what I drop when I drop it, guys, go ahead, hit the bell icon to join the notification squad. I love you guys. You are the best ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.